Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. Moving the mic. And today we're going to be going over the spoilers for the upcoming week of June 10th, 2024. That is, what's going on, the weekly events. New troops, new weapons, new pets, kingdom level and power for all platforms. Event key drop table, weapons in the Soul Forge. I'll put a chapter in so you can skip right to it and get through all this nonsense of me setting up the stream. So it should be for all platforms, they're pretty close. After that, I'm going to open all my Epic Vault keys, which I have at least 40. So that should be fun. See what kind of loot we can get from that. The Epic Vault keys. We got a Vault event next weekend, which will be on the spoilers here. So, yeah. Let's go. Let me set this thing up. I was only 1 minute late today. Not bad. Not too bad. Intro. I got a thumbnail. Looks like it's still saying upcoming. Should fix itself, though. Come on. Got that. Got that. I'm in a battle right now because we're going to be doing a auto battle while we read these spoilers. We're doing the PlayStation spoilers. So, we're doing the spoilers from the PlayStation, from the main account. Not just PlayStation spoilers, for everybody. I don't want anybody to get confused. But, so, we'll run auto battles while I read the spoilers. I felt like the new account playthrough needed to be like its own thing. Like if I do a new account playthrough stream, it has to just be that. It can't have spoilers on the front. So I already like did 2 out of the 5 parts. One of them was a chatathon and one of them was a spoilers. And it's like if people are gonna watch it, it's already hard to get people to watch like a 2-hour live stream. So if I'm putting like spoilers on the front, doing a chatathon while I'm doing it and all that, I feel like it makes it even worse. So, yeah, that's why I decided to do it this way. We'll do the new account playthrough tomorrow. And right now it's Thursdays and Sundays if you're looking for that. New account playthrough. Which I think we're going to go to level 200, 250, something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know exactly. But something like that. I see Anita, Mark. What's going on? Anita and Mark. We're getting earlier and earlier. Hopefully y'all can adjust to that. It's like a necessity thing right now. It's summertime. We're gonna have the summer slowdown and we're starting earlier, so I gotta keep that in mind. Okay. Getting close here. Let me I could run an auto battle while I set up the stream at least. Come on, dude. I think I got everything though. Yesterday I forgot to monetize, which isn't a big deal because these streams they make pennies, and we kind of count on the support from the community instead. When I was doing pre-recorded videos, like, the AdSense was like half the battle. But now it's like not. It's like 25% of the battle or something. So, yeah, I forgot to monetize yesterday, but I did it after the stream. It's okay. I probably missed out on like 50 cents or something. Let's see. Let me jump into the chat. If you didn't know, as far as YouTube goes and AdSense, you really got to be a big channel making big views to make any kind of money. It's nice. I mean, I'm not scoffing at it. But it's kind of like a thing some people don't understand. Like, it's like $1 per 1,000 views or something crazy. So don't think I'm rich, making tons of money here. Alright, trying to get my chat to load. Let's run this auto battle. Maybe we get the Horde Mimic Mythic. That'd be cool. And I can't find my own stream at the moment. Yeah, spoilers for next week. It's a good one, too. We got a Kingdom, a top 3 event key drop table Kingdom again. Like, this week was a top 5. You had Takshaka in there. You had Marilith. You had Venoxia. Like, this was a decent one. So now, this is what happens, though. You gotta keep this in mind as well. Now, I guess that's my phrase of the day. If you do a Mist of Scales, which is a top 5, you know what's going to happen the next week. And you can look this stuff up. You can see what kingdoms are coming. So it's not like RNG completely. You can see the next like 4 or 5 weeks of kingdoms that are coming as far as event key drop table goes. And, you know, we had Mist of Scales, which I'm sure a lot of people drained their event keys on. We had people throwing gems for Takshaka and all that kind of stuff. Well, next week is Zeijin. And that's like even better than Mist of Scales. That's High King Iron Gut, Flaming Oni, bunch of goblins. So, something to keep track of and remember as you're thinking about throwing some keys. You don't want to run yourself down to 0. And then another great kingdom comes. What if Adana's coming? What if Adana's coming in like 2 weeks from now? I don't know. We can look at it. But that would suck if you threw all your event keys this week and then Adana comes 2 weeks from now and you got Ironhawk and Tina and Tesla. Yeah, did y'all get the new Mythic or... I'm still firmly at the B-. I only used it a little bit more last night. I didn't really try any other teams. I just kind of kept going with my team. And, yeah, I see the problem with my team is that Bieska, if you're going to use it, and this has been said before, I'm not, like, reinventing the wheel here. If you're going to be using, I even said it. If you're going to be using Bieska, you're going to be using it in, like, an Urska restriction, an Urskaya restriction. So you pretty much have to build an entire team of Urska or Urskaya to have a Bieska team. My team has Wrath on it, who is not. It's like a Senna Mirage Daemon. So, you know, probably not something you're going to be able to use in the future, but it's still kind of fun. I like how Wrath does all the extra turns and explosions and terrors the enemy because of the Bieska third trait. And Bieska can finish stuff off. I almost want to put something in the last slot, something different in the last slot other than the 50% start troop. Because it didn't really do too much, and it's only starting Bieska. So what's the point of that? If all I care about on the Bieska is its third trait, why would I put something on the team that's 50% starting just Bieska? I don't know. I'm going to have to take a look at it. Maybe we can put Possessed King on there. Maybe we can put something else. Another damage dealer. Another Skull Converter. I don't know. Have to take a look. But yeah, we got Anita and we got Mark so far. Anita says hello. Good morning, Mark. Anita says, I thought I would know someone that was rich and famous. Don't let me down. I know, that's what I should be saying, huh? I think you get more, like, clout and people watching if you just act like you're rich. I feel like I'd rather be more relatable and just tell the truth. Like, I'm more like you guys than I am like Mr. Beast. Mark says, I got a second copy last night just in case. Hey, if you got the keys to do it, man. I don't recommend it for most people, but hey, if you got the keys to do it. Oh, wait a second. I gotta move something here. I turned on the air, but I have my vent covered. Because somebody turned the heat on in June. Can you believe it? Who would do that? The animals are cold. Okay, so I'm going to put a chapter in now so you can skip all this nonsense, and we'll get started on the spoilers. We'll blaze through those, then we'll do Epic Vault Keys, and we'll see what happens from there. That's the plan for today. That's what I'm definitely doing today. You know, it can always go further if you want it to, but that's where it'll probably stop if otherwise. If you guys have a Bieska team, let me know. 9:15. Alright, let's get started with these spoilers. Where did I put them? I didn't close that down, did I? I guess I did. I gotta bring the spoilers up. Hold on. I was making the thumbnail. I think I closed everything out after I got done. Hit that like button. It'll get more people in here. You can directly affect that portion of the stream by hitting like. It'll suggest it out to more people. I think I saw Z Hunter. What up, Z Hunter? Timestamp. Yep, here we go. Alright, so spoilers for the upcoming week of June 10th, 2024 for all platforms. Weekly event spoilers. We have, on Monday, we have a world event. That'll be good for my new account, because I'll get some Medal of Seasons, or at least progress towards them. So we have Azasian Week, Azasian Underspire, Azasian Epic Trials, Azasian Event Key Drop Table, Azasian Weapons in the Soul Forge. Tuesday Faction Assault is Amanithrax. Wednesday Pet Rescue is Black Beastkin. Thursday class event is Thief, a good one that I use, Thief. And then Friday we have a Vault event all weekend. That's your time to play the game more than ever. Put in that extra time, do your penance, like we were talking about yesterday. If you have sinned with your gems, or sinned with your Dragonite, or sinned with your keys, you need to do your penance and do extra Vault event and extra tribute. Treat your tribute like your hourly prayer. If you have sinned by wasting. Okay, so that's what's going on. Let's see what the drop table for Zasian event keys looks like. I'm going to read out all the troops. It's going to be nice. I already know Zasian. I did a whole video on this. If you haven't seen it yet. We got Charles Wright in the chat. Anita with the gifted. Went to Blad. I think I know that person. They've been here before. But yeah, back to the spoilers. Anita's a legend. Oh, yeah. Here comes the troops for Event Key Drop Table for next week. Black Beast. Boar Rider, Bomb Rider, Brian the Clucky, Brian the Lucky, Bugbear, Dynamite Goat, Fairy Godmother, Flaming Oni, Fun Dingus, Giant Toadstool, Goblet, Goblin Bomber, Goblin King, Goblin Rocket, Goblin Shaman, Goblin, Gorble, Hell Cackle, High King Iron Gut, Hobgoblin, Nobin Brothers, Priest of Nilbog, Princess Fizzbang, Queen Grapplepot, Rogueling, Scavenger, Sir Snothelm, Slug Hoarder, Smashed Mouth, String Fiddler, The Fool, Toad Squeezer, and Turtle Cannon. So a lot of those jumped out at me. Mostly the High King Iron Gut, King of the Delves, maybe top 3 mythic in the game. As long as you know, don't say 3 Ironhawks, you don't say every single dragon. He might be a top 3 mythic, still, I feel. And you got Flaming Oni, another good mythic. And then you got Fairy Godmother, which is an interesting mythic. Not a top 10 or anything, but just interesting. You got Fundingus there. You got all kinds of good stuff. String Fiddler. So definitely a good one. That I would suggest you save up for and not throw it like other ones. Okay, so weapons. These will be in the Soul Forge. Black Dagger, Boom Boom, Cauldron, Dagger of Zajin, Doomed Breaker, Experimental Elixir, Face Stick, Flesh Ripper, Godmother's Wand, Gob Sticker, Hack Job, Javelin of War, Nerbert's Turnip, Pig Sticker, Rock Stabba, Skeleton Key, Tome of Spores. So the ones that jumped out at me there were Gob Sticker and Norbert's Turnip. And those are okay. They're not must-haves. There's the best ones, and collection purposes, and if you need a goblin weapon, you would pick one of those two. Gob Sticker, Norbert's Turnip. So pretty good. Flaming Oni, High King Iron Gut, Fundingus, String Fiddler, Fairy Godmother, so many that I'll forget some. And then Gob Sticker and Norbert's Turnip, and it's a good kingdom. So when it's an Asian week, celebrate good times, oh yeah. Let's go check out the troop spoilers. PC, mobile, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. Mike D, dude, I haven't seen you in a minute. You on the bolt, taking a healthy guy? Good to see you either way. On Monday, June 10th, 2024, from Zajin, we have Gloom Hob. You can see right through him. Arcane Venom, base rarity, epic, troop-typed undead goblin. Troop roll striker. It's on the thumbnail. It's the Ghosty Goo Goblin. The spell is Spooks and Spirits. Deal magic plus 3 damage to an enemy, boosted by ghost gems and undead enemies. Gain an extra turn. Shiny spell is deal magic plus 3 damage to an enemy, boosted by ghost gems and undead enemies. Gain an extra turn. So what's the difference there? It says 2 times. Does something 2 times. Maybe it's boosted 2 times instead of 1-to-1. Mana color green, purple mana cost 13. Trait number 1 is Necromancy. Trait number 2 is Undying, and trait number 3 is Haunted. which is a 15% chance to create a ghost gem when my turn begins. So the campaign also starts next week, the new campaign, and ghost gems will be dropping from the sky. Ghost gems will give you souls when they're exploded or destroyed. You know how it goes. Same thing as like a booty gem. It's the exact same thing as a booty gem, except for it does souls instead of gold. Yeah, Z-Hunter Ghost Gems. Yeah, it's in the list. You can bring it up while you're fighting, and it'll explain it to you more. But that's the only new troop. That's the only new troop. One new troop, Glory Shop troop, I guess. What was the world event? Hold on a sec. I didn't do the due diligence on that. Hold on. Is it a spell damage one? World event is called Test Event. I'm sure it's not. That's not right. It's called Ghost Bustin'. Medal of Crypts. 160% skull and spell damage for all troops in the current event. Hey, I got a merchant. Weapon spoilers for the upcoming week. We have nothing. Nothing at all. Okay. Pet spoilers. Nothing. Nothing at all. So we're only getting a new troop. Max Kingdom Power. Yep, nothing at all again. That's like the third time ever that's happened ever. No change in Kingdom Power. We're only getting one new troop. No new weapon, no new pet. That's only happened like 3 times in the history of the game. I don't even know if I need to run an auto battle here because we're almost done. What was I going to look at? I was going to look at something. One more thing. I can't remember. Oh, well. That's the spoiler. Oh, I was going to see, like, the upcoming kingdoms. So we have a new campaign also, which I didn't mention. But it's coming next week. Ghost Gems. We'll go over, like, the whole, what tarot card you get, what mythic you get, and all that on the weekly preview. But we got Zacian next week, and then we got Pride Lands the week after that. We have Sword's Edge, I think, the week after that. We have Silverglade the week after that, and then we have Nexus the week after that. So it would be a pretty good time to dump all your event keys into Zacian. Zacian and Mist of Scales, because, you know, nothing too great coming soon. Pride Land, Sword's Edge, Silverglade, Nexus. There's no Adana in your future, or Zalkari. But that's what I wanted to look at. Mark with the 2, thank you so much. Running out to help Anita. There's a lady that needs help, and Mark said, I will help. What a guy. Thank you so much, Mark. Appreciate it. You're a legend. She don't need help, but, you know, why not? Open the door. She can open the door, but you might as well open the door for her. Not like she can't open it. Well, you can just open it for her, Mark. So Mark opened the door for Anita. Okay, so it's time to play the game now. Spoilers are over. We're going to go straight to Epic Vault Keys. I have 41, so 40 plus. That's not too bad. That's more than most people would get during an entire Vault weekend. You know, it's like 10%. If you get 400 Vault Keys, you could expect to get around 41 Epic Vault Keys. It's 10%. So if you got less than 400, of course you didn't get 41 Epics. And I had more than this. I just opened them to an even number, and then I got one more somehow. But I think I had like almost 50 something, because I got 500 Vault Keys last time. Got 507 Vault Keys and like 48 Epics, or 50-something Epics. So it's like 10%. That's what you can expect. If you get 200, you're going to get 20. If you get 300, you're going to get 30. If you get 400, you're going to get 40. That's usually how it works. So we got quite a few. I'm sure you haven't seen... I mean, unless somebody saved them up over months and months and months. But from one singular Vault event, this is a pretty big amount to be opening right now. I'm just gonna blaze through them. Because we want to see the loot. We don't really care about the team, right? We just want to see the loot. And then we'll do other things if you guys want to, or if I have time. If I have the time and the will and the gas, we'll keep going. Alright, Epic Vault Keys. 2045. Putting in chapters. You can skip anything you don't want to hear. Okay, so let's open these bad boys. Actually, let's catch up in the chat first, and then I'll change the chapter. Mark says it's been hot here, and I'm close to you, Cinny Man. Someone turned the heat on. Wow, I know, it's Mrs. Cinny. She feels like her animals need heat. I don't know. And then the house is ridiculous because the upstairs is so hot. I'm sure that's normal though, like heat rises, but there's like the upstairs is so hot. And then the AC, ever since I fixed it, is like doing good. So it'll freeze the bottom floor and it'll just like kind of cool off the upper floor. So then they're freezing, like the animals are freezing downstairs. And, you know, she'll end up being crazy and turning on the heat. And I have to cover the vents upstairs. Mark says, or wait. Still coolish. It's not super hot where I'm at. It's like 80s. I kind of wish it was like 100. Wish it was either 100 something outside, or it would just like storm all day, or anything to keep, you know what, keep you know who in. Goblin Week next week, Z Hunter. Mark says I still don't have Flaming Oni. We'll throw some keys for sure. It's a good idea. I'll never tell you not to throw keys on a Zacian week. Nomapalooza too. Yeah, that's cool. So we have a Goblin Week and a Nomapalooza. That's fitting. I kind of see the gnomes as kind of like goblins. Like they're like goblins' little cousin. A lot of good troops next week, Charles. You need that Iron Gut, boy, says Z Hunter. Mark says you will love Iron Gut, Z Hunter. I put him in top slot and he works great. Yep. He'll devour, get a ton of attack, HP, armor, and then he has an even higher chance to devour the next time. Z Hunter says, I think so too. I should have saved my event keys from last week and this week. That's what I'm saying. I know it's annoying to hear, but that's who I am. Mike's taking a healthy guy. Z Hunter says, I only just started using skeleton keys. Seems good. It's definitely good for a portion of the game when you kind of need gold to stay in a guild or to open up kingdoms and whatnot to just use as you do other things like adventure board and dungeon and pet rescues and maybe the Warrens or something. Ghost gems are new. They're coming next week. Mike laid a booty gem. Spell and skull 160% in real life though. Nexus to 29. I don't know. I didn't look that deeply into it, but. Mark says, I'm on the 7th door in Underspire for the first time. I haven't lost a single game. This will be my first complete Underspire. Nice job, dude. Like, it's Saturday, too, so that's awesome. Congratulations. Dez is here. Mike says, ever had a grown ace man take his sock off and Mr. Socko you? That'd be gross. Peaches is here. What up, Peaches? Alright, so let's do this thing. Let me change the chapter, though. Now that I caught up in the chat, I don't want to lie to the lurkers and the people watching after. I try sometimes. You know, I try. Sometimes I just be getting close on these chapters. So just keep that in mind. That's my phrase again. You love how I point it out, draw attention to it when I'm saying something over and over? I do. Like one day it was context. I said that word like 50,000 times. Another day it's keep that in mind or whatever. It's probably really I be watching stuff and then it gets stuck in my head and then I start saying it. Right before I got on here, I was watching the Funker, whatever it is. It's like war footage. I always forget wow, look at that, my first one. 288,000 gold. So we had a little bit of a theme yesterday. We opened a little bit of vault keys yesterday, like 25 to 30. And we only got like one decent drop. It was like 120 gems. So people were saying in the chat how they think the vault keys have been like crappy lately. And how their epic vault keys have been crappy lately. Let's see what happens here. My first one, I got 288,000 gold. I'm not trying to prove anybody wrong. I'm just hoping that they haven't messed with the vault keys. Really, 292,000 gold. And 6 gems, I'll always take that. If you got that every single time, that'd be a decent amount of gems. Let's see. What should we do? Make fart noises. That's what you should do. Tomorrow we'll be doing the new account playthrough, and Monday... Whoa! 2 in a row! What do y'all think about that? What do you think about them apples? That's why you do it. This is why you do it. This is why you do the vault event next weekend. 100%. It's those epic vault keys, and just playing the vault event. There's multiple reasons to do the vault event. That's the best drop, pretty much, for me anyway. Like, you could say that a major glory or like a major minion or whatever, you could say those might be one of the best drops, but a 900 gem drop, I don't think anybody would turn that one down. 288,000 gold that we just got previously, that's like a top 5 drop too. That's really good. Hey, you know how you make luck, dude. Just keep trying. It's in there somewhere for you. You just gotta keep going till you get it. I've been, like, a little bit wasteful with my gems lately, because I just have so many. I've never had this many gems. 2 major orbs of chaos, another good drop. Depends what's in them, but you kind of got to think you would take this every time, right? No matter, once you hit the button and you get 2 big greens, you know, you can't say, "Oh, that was a crappy epic vault key." It's giving you a chance right now. It's just RNG here, so I would take this every time, just like the other 2 previous. I would take this every time because now I have a chance at a major orb of glory, a major minion, right now. So whatever it is. You know, it is what it is, but I have a chance. And, you know, I got crap, but I had that chance. I'd still consider that a good drop just because we had a chance. Your luck has jumped out the window. Better call Brad's Glass. Brad's Glass, man. Alright, let's see what we get from this one. We've been having some good luck. It is streaky. We got a dirty picture of Cedric. So this one's not very good. Which, hey, what can I say? I just got 3 good ones in a row. Can't complain. Let's see. I completed a task. Got some event keys for next week. 3 orbs of chaos. That's a pretty good drop right there. Could be minion, could be glory. Whatever else you need. If you still need Zul'Goth, you're probably taking whatever orb you can get. If you still need CT, you're probably taking whatever orb. Hey, I got an orb of minions. That's a good drop right there. I like that. That's something I want. So I'm happy. Orb of minions. Community tab news. Oh, yeah. I haven't really looked at it. I need to go check it out. I kind of forgot. And I got to make that video. We'll take a look at it today. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, let's see what we get. Des says, Cindy, I know you say do level 20 on Delves. Can I up it and win, please? So do level 20 in City of Thieves with your Rowan team until until you have every single troop from the underworld fully ascended and every single faction at level 100 horde level. And then you can start doing other things. That's what I would say. And that takes quite a while. So when people ask, they usually don't have every single horde level at 100, or they don't have every single troop fully ascended. Like, there's going to be just random troops from random factions that you probably don't have fully ascended. You got to keep throwing chaos shards at the portal until you have them fully ascended. And that'll help you with your kingdom power, because those count towards the associated kingdom. That's a good way. If you're missing one troop from a kingdom, and it's telling you to, like, get however many troops fully to level 20, a good way to do it is go to the underworld, go to the associated faction, open some portals, because those are way, like, it's way easier to open, like, a bunch of portals than it is to, like, open a bunch of keys. So if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and doing, like, your City of Thieves 3 times a day, you should have plenty of chaos shards eventually. It's not going to happen after, like, 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but if you're doing it every day for months, you should have plenty of chaos shards. If you're doing every Tuesday faction event, every weekend faction event, you should have enough chaos shards where anytime you need them, you can go to a portal and just open. So that's another thing, just as you're progressing through the game, for your kingdom power, when it's asking you, hey, put this many troops at level 20, or put this many troops at level 15, or whatever it says. It's a good way to go get another extra troop if you have like 19 out of 20, or however many you're missing one. You could go to the associated faction, open portals, until you get it fully ascended. Like, you don't have to use a blue orb, you don't have to open a bunch of keys, you just do portals. Yeah, it takes quite a while, the delve stuff. I mean, you could definitely start working on whatever faction you want, but I just feel like it's better to just keep doing City. It's easier to tell people to just do City of Thieves every day, 3 times a day, on level 20 with Rowan, until you have every troop fully ascended, every horde level to 100 in the underworld. Because it might be a little bit sooner than that, but it's a good way to say it. No problem, Dez. I know it takes a while. It's supposed to, though. It's like an end game thing. It's a throughout the whole game thing, but like the doing the random factions to 500 is like an end game thing. The doing the level 20 every day in City of Thieves is a low level thing throughout the mid game, and then you just work your way up. There's a process. We don't just all of a sudden decide we're going to get a certain faction to 500 when we don't even have, like, Harpy Mage or Gargoyle or Shoggoth or Magma Dragon fully ascended yet. You should go get that done first. It's one of the things about watching YouTube. You see us doing certain things, but we already did that. Like, we already did City of Thieves a million times a day, every day for months. We already got every troop in the... I have every single troop in the underworld fully ascended. I have every single horde level at 100. That's why you see me doing Faction 500, Pure Factions, and Deathless and stuff. Because I already did all that other stuff. Another crappy one, a dirty picture of Cedric. Do I have niches on? Like, why did I not... Felt like he tried to survive. Glorfindel's been a member for 28 months, polishing that shovel up nice and good. It's a long time, man. Over 2 years. 2 years and a third. Let's wipe out this battle. 3 orbs of chaos. I'll take it. Bunch of Duke, but I'll take it. I ate some candy the other day and it freaking hurt my teeth. I need to stop doing that. I'm getting too old to eat candy. I need to get the peppermints. I need to start eating old person candy. Give me some peppermints. We got 240 diamonds, the hard candy, you know. You still need mythics and legendaries from the Soul Forge, then that's a good drop. Give me some butterscotch, some peppermints, some hard candy. I had Sour Patch Kids and my teeth still freaking hurt. Like, what the heck? Those things are nasty. They'll rip you apart. They're so chewy and, like, have sugar freaking spikes on them. And get in every single crevice and goo, like, just all gooey and get stuck in every single little crevice with that sharp freaking sugar. I don't know. It wrecked me. And I've been eating, like, Twizzlers a lot. I need to chill out. Stop eating so much sticky, sugary candy. It's effing me up. I probably should have stopped sooner, though. Glorfindel with the 5. A gift to put your Poopy Stella Triple Tuck Shaka Taka team to bed for the day. Give Phoenicia some love. Okay. It's a good way to drive the stream. Let's put it away. Let me get out of here. I was more interested in the rewards than the team, though. That's why I did that. Another dirty picture. Alright, you want to do Fomag? Let's do it. Smash that like button. Sniffer used more of a hot, sweaty Alcantara man. Faux leather buns. Fake leather. Effley's here. Ascend a pet. Glorfindel was late. He was painting his house. Don't do polka dots. That's my old metaphor. He's doing a callback to channel lore. A channel lore callback. When people, like, offer to do something for the channel, and you appreciate it. And it's like joining a guild. Like when I joined Dude's Guild back in the day. Like everything was cool until I was done with the new account playthrough, and then I got kicked out early before I could finish, like, the last video. You know? It's like, if you take... If somebody creates something for you or lets you do something, that's why I'm, like, hesitant. I know Sana's not going to be like that and stuff, but I'm hesitant because of previous things that have happened. It's like nobody's fault that's here now. But that's why I made an old metaphor of, like, if you're going to paint my house, don't paint, like, polka dots and expect me to be happy with it. I'm not going to, you know what I mean? I'd rather you just not. I'd rather just have a stranger do it because I don't want to, like, ruin our friendship over your polka dot design on my house that you painted. Like, you might think it's freaking awesome. Like, anytime, like, somebody would design a channel banner or an emoji or, you know, anything like that, I get, like, real nervous. It could be amazing, and sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. And then I have to be like, ugh, you know, do I want to put this up that I don't even like it? Or do I tell the person that I don't like it? Or... And then it just becomes a whole thing. I'm like, I'd probably rather just pay a stranger. That way there's no hard feelings no matter what. Gotta get up both Phoenicia and Magma Dragon. Nice job, Dez, doing City of Thieves 3 times a day. He says, when you say fully ascended, do you mean just to Mythic or beyond? Yeah, Mythic is the highest, so let's take King Gobtruffle for example. You know, he's a base legend, so you got to go get 5 to 6 copies. I always forget. You got to get 5 or 6 copies of him to fully ascend him to Mythic. That way he can level up to 20. Like, as a legendary troop, King Gobtruffle can only level up to 19 or something like that. But if you get enough copies, which is like 5 or 6, and you ascend him to Mythic, then you can level him to 20. And then he can be elited and all that stuff. So, you know, there's other troops like Harpy Mage. You would have to get way more copies because it's like an ultra rare or an epic or something. So it takes more copies. You got to ascend it to legendary, then you got to ascend it to mythic. But that takes it from level 18 to level 19 to level 20. It gives it more stats. It's fully ascended now. It counts toward kingdom level and power. It can be gold elited if you want to. So every troop is going to have a different amount that you have to get depending on what its base rarity is. Like Shoggoth would be one where you would have to get 5 or 6. And then if you want multiple copies of it, you know, with King Gobtruffle, you probably want like 7 copies. That way you can fully ascend it and then have like 2 copies left over. Or is it 8? Something like that. That is kind of confusing. I've had people say that before, like the difference between base rarity and then just rarity. Base rarity is like what it comes out of the box. So Cedric is a legendary. But he can become a mythic if you have enough copies and you ascend it. But his spell is never going to be mythic. His traits are never going to be mythic. He's not a real mythic. He's just being ascended to mythic so you can level him to 20. It's confusing. Once you figure it, like, it just becomes a thing you don't even think about at some point. You'll start to, it'll like click. Like commons you really got to get 1 billion copies of, right? Because they're the lowest rarity. So you gotta send them to rare, and then ultra rare, and then epic, and then legendary, and then mythic. So it takes like 1 billion copies for commons. So they start out, they can only be leveled to like 15 or something like that. But then you ascend it to rare, now it can be leveled to 16. You ascend it to ultra rare, now it can be leveled to 18. You ascend it to epic. I think I got it wrong there, but you know what I mean. No! It's okay. I'm getting a phone call. And I don't know that person. 3 orbs of chaos. If you ever call me and you're not like in my phone with a name, I'm probably not going to answer. I prefer texting if you're a stranger, but I feel like most people can text now. It used to be like, oh, it's a home phone, or oh, it's a business phone. I feel like if you really wanted to, you could text a person and like say who you are if you really want them to answer. Like, hey, this is so-and-so from so-and-so. I just called you and you didn't answer. You'd say, well, just leave a voicemail. Well, I don't have, my voicemail's not set up. I don't it's full or it's not set up or something. I didn't care enough. See, I don't care about phone calls. So I don't care about voicemail. So just text me. If I don't know you. Mark says, I never used to like the purple orbs, but now I love them. That's where I get most of my mythics. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Land before time. Charles likes butterscotch. I think I'm way behind. Des says, Cinny, what do you do with so many Cedrics? Do you dismantle them? Yeah, you could. That's another thing. You see me with a certain amount of souls. I could go disenchant right now and probably get another few million. I don't really care. I don't really pay attention. Like, I'm not excited to get an extra copy of Cedric to go, like, disenchant. 2 major orbs. But I could do that. Ooh, baby. We're getting some good loot. We got a 900 gem drop. We got a 288,000 gold drop. We got like a pretty good diamond drop. We got an orb of minions. We got a major orb of minions. Glorfindel says, mods, watch out now if me and Sniffer get started on the insults. Tss. Dang, I'm way behind. Sorry. Mike's been a member for 34 months. Cinny, U7, Glorfindel, Chad, Lady, Alfred, Choir. I gotta check on Tim. There's like so many people to think about. It's crazy. Glorfindel says, Dez, they just go on the rag pile as much as I use an ashtray on motorbike. Supernova's here. What up, dude? Trey's here with the 4. Thank you so much. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. Dez says, sorry for asking. No, dude. I love it. Dez, you asking simple questions helps way more than you think. It lets me, gives me something to talk about. I obviously know the answer, and there's probably people here lurking or watching after that would have asked the same question. Or they're, too shy to ask the question. You're probably helping more than just yourself. 876 Vlad Maybach, holy cow. What's up, man? Ask any question you want. There's never a stupid question. Glorfindel says, I used Divine Ishbala, Keelan, and Arc Proxy yesterday, as you mentioned, in Citadel Wars, ground everything to Divine Dust. I love it, man. That's my yellow Divine team. Vlad says, can someone tell me why no Guild Wars after I made it to Paragon? Doesn't that suck? Bad timing. They're just having trouble with the new updates. They're going down this PvP route with all the updates, alliances, and leaderboards, and restrictions, and gold marks, and pets, and all this, silver marks, and all that. They did a couple updates where they added some stuff to the PvP. It's got its own whole tab now. They're having trouble, making Guild Wars work after they put all those updates in. So they're still trying to mess with it and fix it. It's supposed to come back. So you should still be the Paragon. Glorfindel says, so just Labyrinth, 500 pure faction left to do. You're gonna beat me. That's awesome. Mike, you just called me? Charles says, Cinny, we use Hero... What is that? Hero... Cinny, do we use... Is that a thing, a website? Glorfindel says the PvP update messed with Guild Wars. They are fixing it slowly. Mark says one of these weeks you will have to use my account and get me some starry pets, Cinny, man. I wouldn't mind. Vlad says, thanks, Glorf. It's been too long after I finally topped it with 7 points more than my teammates. Still on the grind for Stellarix. Glorf says, okay, Mr. Cool, how much mana do you get when you explode wildcards, or Umbral Stars, or Elemental Stars? Educational purposes. King G City's here. I don't know, man. I'm more think about, it goes out in, the X shape, and then all that mana you're gonna get. I don't know how much you get for, the actual star. That's a good question. Does it say in the thing? Wildcard gems may be matched with any mana gem. They multiply mana gained from the gem match. Multiple wildcard gems add their multipliers together. They cannot use a mana surge. Did you ask about wildcards? Yeah, wildcards just multiply it. So 3 times, 2 times, 4 times. So if you were matching 3 blue, if you're matching 3 blue and you got a times 2, you would get 6 mana, I think. If you're matching 3 blue and there's a time 3, you would get 9 mana. So wildcards are pretty easy. Elemental Stars. Elemental Stars are multicolored gems that can be matched with brown, blue, green, or red gems. They give 1 mana of those 4 colors. 1 mana of those 4 colors. And destroy any gems on their diagonals. So you get 1 brown, 1 blue, 1 green, and 1 red. And then whatever it destroys as it does its thing, you're going to get 1 for each one of those as well. Good question. Surprised I couldn't do it off the top of my head, but maybe now I could. So you're just making me smarter. That's probably why they put that guide there. So we could all read it if we forget. 48 gem keys and 30 gems. Not bad. If it's not matched, just exploded, you get 50... Wow, yeah, that's a good question, because when you explode, you only get 50% of the mana. So you'd probably get... You'd probably get nothing, and then it would just give you the destroyed mana. When you explode it, doesn't it still, like, destroy? I wonder. It's a good... Because they usually round down in this game. So if you're only getting one brown, one green, one blue, and one red or whatever, and then you blow it up, and you're only getting 50%, they usually round down to where you get nothing, I guess. But then it's gonna, like, shoot out still. I think. I don't know if I've ever paid attention to exploding an elemental star. It's just like, whatever I get as far as mana. I know it's good, so I do it. But I'm not, like, calculating in my head how much mana I'm gonna get and doing it because of that. Mark says grinding as usual. Charles says explodes, and then if any of those colors makes 3 match, then it matches. 2 major orbs of chaos. Got a purple and an orange. The question is, when it explodes, does it still do its destroy? If it does, then you're going to get 50% of the mana where the explosion happened, and then you're going to get 1 mana for where the destroy happened. I'll be sharpening my knowledge sometimes, like with the splash damage. That was like the most recent thing. It's like something I know, but it's hard on the spot to say exactly the exact definition of splash damage. Like, splash damage, it does whatever it says on the card, and then when it splashes out, it does 50%. Heavy splash damage, it does whatever it says on the card, and then it splashes out and does 75%. And then light splash damage, it does whatever it says on the card, and then it splashes out and does 25%. Somebody asked that one time, and I was struggling to give the complete definition. Like I always say, I'm not the encyclopedia, I'm more of the dude that can play really good. King G City says, yeah, all good, slightly slower week as getting ready for the Vault Trophy Hunt weekend. That's smart. Chad with the 2, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it. Look at that Ironhawk badge Chad has. Charles says when you destroy a wild card, gem and Gems of War, it increases the mana gained from that match by the number shown on the wild card gem itself. Yeah, but what about an explosion? Because destroy and explode are 2 different things. 288,000 gold again? I've gotten over 500,000 gold. That's what I really need. I don't like to admit it, but I kind of want a little bit of gold. And this is how I'm getting it. Mana gain is the sum of all the numbers on the wild cards. 1, for example, if you destroy a ×3 wildcard gem along with other colored gems, you gain 3 extra mana of that color, and if you destroy 2 ×3. Huh. Oh, wait, well, what did it say? Wildcard gems may be matched with any mana gem. They multiply mana gained from the gem match. Multiple wildcard gems add their multipliers together. They cannot use a mana search. To me, it says it multiplies mana. It doesn't say it adds mana. It's not like if you do 3 blue on a ×3, you're going to get 6. You should get 9. If their thing is right here. Maybe they wrote their own thing wrong, and it's not multiply, it's add. Deep mechanics of Gems of War. I'm using Fomag because Glorfindel asked me to. Supernova says the new 7.5 update for a heroic gem glossary. Charles says I'll check explode. In Gems of War, when you explode a wildcard gem, it does not create additional matches or mana. Wildcard gems only provide a mana multiplier when matched with regular. I think we're talking about two different. You're talking about wildcard gems, which we already like figured out. Elemental ones. We're wondering what happens when you explode an elemental. The one that like goes out in like a cross shape or whatever it is. I was curious what happens when you explode one of those because it only gives one to each color, and if you explode, you get 50%. So does it give you anything? And if it, the only thing I was thinking is if it still does its thing where it destroys, then you would get all of that. But you'd only get 50%. Like in the area of the explosion, you'd only get 50%. The area of the destroy, you get, 100%. But it's like, just one. So one red. If you destroy a red, you get one red mana for destroy. No problem, man. You're still helping. We were talking about wild cards. I don't know what's up with my stupid teeth right now. Nothing looked bad. I looked in there. I think my gums are just sore from all the candy. Now you have like a sweet tooth. I know that means like you like candy, but I feel like there's another meaning to it too. You eat too much sugar, it kind of hurts. Maybe I just made that up. 3,000 gold, 20 chaos shards, 3 orbs of chaos, and 4,800 gold. Still would take that one every time. It's not bad. We did the spoilers at the front. We're now opening all my epic vault keys. So far, so good. We got a 900 gem drop. We got the big bad pet orb. We got the 288,000 gold 2 times. We've got tons of orbs. Just randomly, random ones. We got a regular minion. We got a big diamond drop. We got some event keys. It's been pretty good for me, like on par at least. It usually is. That's why when people are saying like something's wrong with their vault keys or their epic vault keys, I usually like, don't go along with that narrative because all I can tell you is like what my keys are giving me. And usually it's fine. Like yesterday we had a slightly crappy batch of regular vault keys, but it's gonna go hot and cold on you, just like anything. If you're only opening like 50 vault keys, you can't expect to get like tons and tons of good stuff. You might go on a dry streak during those 50, and now you got nothing. That's why you got to get as many as you can. It's just like the Horde Mimic Mythic. If you can't just open one boss chest a day and expect to get it. You got to open like 3 or 5 or something like that every day. And then eventually one day, down the road, when you're opening your 5th boss chest for that day, you're going to get it. Same with the Underspire. The more Sentinels you do, the more chance you have at getting a Sentinel. You can't expect to get a Sentinel in every single week. But the more times you give yourself that chance, the more... Because if it's like a 1% chance, you're going to have to do 100. And you still might not get it. You might have to do 150. It's not like a guarantee. It's like every time you... You guys obviously know this, but hey, something to talk about. Like, every time you open a guild seal chest on chest level 6, every chest has that 0.11% chance at getting a mythic. But that's a really low chance. And it's just each individual chest has that very low chance. So even if you're opening 1,000 at a time or whatever, it's calculating like each chest individually. It's not giving you like, oh, he opened 1,000, he should get a mythic. It's not saying that on the game. It's opening each chest individually and giving you a 0.11, a point whatever 11% chance for a mythic for each individual chest. It's not like if you get 10 sentinel rooms in an underspire and there's a 10% chance to get a sentinel. It doesn't automatically give you a sentinel. Every time you fight a sentinel fight, you have a 10% chance to get a sentinel. Like, it doesn't care like how many you've done or how many you're doing at a time, or it's not just going to give it to you after 10. You know? I keep doing this wrong because I haven't played this team in a while. But that's how it works. If that, hopefully it hit somebody out there and you understand now. So you just gotta keep doing it. Keep giving yourself that 0.11% chance, or keep giving yourself that whatever percent chance. Like, it's all you can do. You can't just open 100 and get something that's a 1% chance. That's not how it works. It's gonna do each thing one at a time through those hundreds and give you the 1% chance each time on every single one of those 100. It's not gonna say, hey, this guy opened 100 chests, we gotta give it to him now. No way, that's not how it works. It's just like a probability. This is what you should expect. It's like if you're opening a box of baseball cards and you're supposed to get a certain card per box. You still don't get it. It's not a guarantee unless it says it on the packaging that it's a guarantee. It's like on average you'll get one per box. On average. But there's some boxes with 0. Because there's probably some boxes with 2. If you're opening a whole box of baseball cards and there's 32 packs, and there's a 1 in 32 chance to get a certain really awesome card, it doesn't mean you're going to get one. It just means in every pack, you have a 1 in 32 chance to get it. So the more packs you open, the more chance you have, but you're not going to get it just because you open 32. It's not like a guarantee. Same with like epic vault keys and like the drop rates in there. If the 900 gem drop is a 1% chance, doesn't mean you open 100 vault keys and you definitely get it. You're going to open key number 1, it's going to have a 1% chance. You're going to open key number 2, that's going to have a 1% chance. You're going to open key number 3, that's going to have a 1% chance. That's how it goes. So all you can do is keep doing it until it happens. It's the only way you can improve your chances. Just keep doing it. If Horde Mimic Mythic is a 1% chance, it doesn't mean if you get 100 boss chests, you definitely get it. Oh, he's on his 100th boss chest. We gotta give it to him now. Nope. That's not how it works. That 100th chest is going to have a 1% chance. It's probably the best way to put it, huh? Let's see what Charles said. Rich Kaufman's here. Good to see ya. Alright, exploding an elemental star gem allows to generate partial mana of that color while also dealing some skull damage to the enemy. Amount of mana gained predictable based on gem's value and the 50% rule. I think that's pretty much what I said, I hope. Rich says I don't even worry about Underspire. Last vault, I opened 45 regular vault keys and got 2 orbs of power. Dang! That's one of the rarest drops. Charles says Underspire second boss has Epic Key and Imperial Deed. Do that with Lantern and you get 2 each. Yeah, Imperials are important, but, you know, I always say you don't want to, like, double up on a scratcher, like an Epic Vault Key. But if you're talking about the Imperial Deed, I have plenty of Imperial Deeds, but it's the same problem with people needing souls early game. People needing Imperial Deeds. Like, they use them, and then they can't unuse them. So people are putting their kingdoms on level 16 when that's no longer a thing to do. It wasn't even a thing to do when people were doing it. But somebody did it, and then everybody else monkey see, monkey dude. And now nobody cares about Explorer 12. Nobody cares about Myth Stones. If anything, Myth Stones are a detriment because they make your boss chests pop up faster in the Vault event. So when everybody put their kingdoms on 16, they used all these Imperial Deeds. And now everybody has a lack of Imperial Deeds, and that's why we have, oh, let's double up on the second boss. If you did it right from the beginning, you wouldn't need to double up on the second boss. It would be better probably to double up on the first boss and get 2 things you definitely need. Or just go all the way and double up on the 6th boss where you can get the 2 big gold knockers. But hey, if you do need Imperial Deeds, that's true. That's good. If you accidentally did the level 16 All Kingdoms thing. Which I always advised against. I know you can't take it back now, and that's annoying. 36 event keys, let's go. Russet Fox is here. Mark says, Mrs. Nugent just got her 20th Gem Dragon egg and still needs a Maldron. Oh man, that sucks. Russet Fox been lurking and learning. I love to see it. Charles says, why not 16 on Kingdoms? That was something I did years ago. I didn't know that is not something I heard not to do. Yeah, I'll show it to you in a sec. If you did it back then, like, people were telling people to do that back then. I wasn't, so it's not your fault if you did it. Like, something you... Like, smart people were telling people to do that, so... It's not your fault if you did it. I'm not saying, like, you did something stupid. I just never did it because I was thinking 20 steps ahead. Alright, let's look at it. I've explained this before, but I like to repeat myself and reinforce. Alright, so why not put Kingdoms on 16? What are you getting? 10% bonus Myth Stones. How many Imperial Deeds are you using? 3. So if you went around to every kingdom and did 16, how many Imperial Deeds would that be? That's a lot. That's a lot of Imperial Deeds, dude. That's like 114 Imperial Deeds. How many do you need to go to level 20? You need 29. So now you're lacking on... Look at me. Look at me. Hold on. Let me show you this first. Darkstone on 20. Zalkari on 20. Those are stats. Like, I don't give a about Myth Stones. Especially nowadays. Nobody does Explore 12. Myth Stones are more of a detriment than anything. Vault events popping up boss chests faster. Nobody does Explore 12 anymore. So, Myth Stones, who cares? Oh, that's the one reason. I got this on level 20. That's an extra magic stat. The thing I actually care about. Not Myth Stones. I care about stats. Okay, so Darkstone's on 20. Zalkari's on 20. Both Magic Kingdoms. I had Imperial Deeds to do that. What else do I got? I got Pride Lands on 20. I got Sword's Edge on 20. Stat. It costs lots of Imperial Deeds. I got more on 20. I got White Helm on 20. I got Drifting Sands on 20. Stat. I would rather have kingdoms on 20 and get a stat than have every kingdom on 16 and get myth stones. And it's even if it was still a thing, you only get, like right now I can do this one. None of the other ones have, like, who cares about extra myth stones when there's not even a freaking orange diamond next to it? So you're getting all of them to 16, and then you're going to do Drak Zum, and that's the only one that's going to matter. Then it'll jump somewhere else. You'll do Kitar, and that's the only one that's going to matter. And then it's going to jump somewhere else, Magrim Woods. That's the only one that's going to matter. And what about all these other ones that you wasted Imperial Deeds on? It's a shared resource. That's basically the answer. So you got to think ahead about your shared resources. Don't just do a thing because you can do it. Like, think ahead. Look how many it costs to get to 20. It's a lot. 29. You can only do so many. It costs 29 Imperial Deeds. I only have 83, and I did it the right way. But I could still do, like, 2 more if I wanted to. I have, like, the most level 20 kingdoms of any streamer, I think. Or at least, I'm tied. And that's stats. I don't care about myth stones. Especially now. Like, it was a thing back in the day. Like, if you did it back in the day, it was more acceptable. If you do it now, you're wrong. If you did it back in the day, you know, it is what it is. You didn't listen to me, but it is what it is, because it was a little bit more acceptable back in the day to go to 16 and get those myth stones, so you could get to the boss chest faster, so you could get medals, tokens, horde, mimic, mythic, whatever you were looking for. But nowadays, nobody plays Explore 12. And the vault event's the most important thing in the game, and if you have extra myth stones, you're going to get the boss chest faster, and then you're going to screw up your... It's going to be slower. You're going to be slower instead of faster. It's not even that big of a deal, but it's still a thing. And now you're doing this. Now you're doubling the second boss because you need Imperial Deeds, and every time you do that, you're not doubling the sixth boss and getting a major Orb of Glory extra, or you're not doubling the first boss and getting Writs, which you can turn into any color deed you want, or getting a you know, the low level elite orb, which you could do to every mythic. So it's like what you're doing instead of what you're not doing type of thing. Like, you could have been doing this, but you're doing that instead. You can only lantern 1. So if you're doing 2, you're not doing 6. If you're doing 2, you're not doing 1. If you're doing 2, you're not doing 4. So you're missing out on something. You're missing out on a glory orb somewhere if you're doubling up on the second boss, just to get your Imperial Deeds back that you mistakenly spent however long time ago to do 16 on all kingdoms. So I don't know. People just need to start. Anyway, I don't know what I was gonna say there. It probably wouldn't sound good. I'm usually right. I'm usually right. I was right about pets. I was right about kingdoms. Like, I can just tell what the freaking game... if there's a... you know, something that's a pain point in the game, like we're missing... They're going to put it in the game eventually. Like, you just got to have patience. And that's, like, more like a pet thing, but... Anyway, that's the reason. If you have any questions, let me know. I haven't looked at the chat, but I will now. 2 years ago, your guild leader. Them guild leaders will get you, man. They'll have you chasing pets during a vault event. They'll have you putting your kingdoms on 16. You gotta watch out for them guild leaders. Glorfindel, you're doing Explore 12. I don't feel like I feel like that's the last thing I would do every day. It's not bad. Explore 12 isn't bad. It's like the thing you would do if everything else is done. That'd be like the repeatable, grindable thing you could do. That or like PvP. Would you rather have gold marks and books? Or would you rather have a token? I think I'd rather have gold marks and a book. Go do PvP, get on the leaderboard, because that's grindable too. It's like you're always choosing. You're choosing to do Explore 12 instead of PvP. You're always choosing between... Just because whatever you get from Explore 12, you're not getting gold marks. You're not getting books, though. Like, even if you get a Nisha medal, you just didn't get a purple book, maybe. I said I would open all these, so I'm going to do it. Supernova says I have my 20th perfect dungeon run this year. You're killing it. DC says, hi, Sinnycool and all you Sinners Choir members and lurkers alike. Glad to be with you. Get to the choppa and karate the movie, that like button. Some more channel lore. Thank you so much, bro. You're a legend for sure. DC United cruises in. So straight to 15, then magic to 20. Exactly, yep. Here's how it goes. You do Darkstone or Karakoth to 20. Then you do Zalkari to 20. And that's like for everybody. That's not a depends. Then after that, it's like whatever kingdom you have the most deed books of. It could be yellow, blue, red. So I feel like that's the path of least resistance. Or you could just sit there and save up purple, I guess. Turn all your writs into purple. You know, spend all your gems on purple. You could do that too, but the way I went was the path of least resistance. And now I have all these extra stats because I decided, okay, I have this many yellow. I only need a couple more. I'm going to go ahead and buy yellow until I get enough, and then I'll put a yellow kingdom on 20. I have this many red. I'm super close. Why not just buy a couple red, get it to 20 real quick? Get one of each color to 20 after you do a purple and after you do green, because they're both magic. Zalkari's the only green. It's the only green magic kingdom. So you do Zalkari no matter what. Everybody. It's your second kingdom to 20. Everybody. Doesn't depend. So it's either Darkstone or Karakoth, and then it's Zalkari, and that's 100%. Everybody should do that. And then after that, it's like whatever you have. Everybody's going to have a different amount of different colors, and I decided to put one of each color on 20, and now I'm back to purple. I'm already back to purple, so I'm cool with that. And if you're teetering on the fence of whether I'm right or not, just, you know, you can always look at me having almost every troop in the game and almost 20,000 gems free to play and always having 20 million gold and how's the old doohickey? The glossary is in the speed setting tab. Mike Sheard is here. I always double the second boss. Need those epic vault keys. I mean, I just explained it, so I'm not going to over-explain it again, because it's whatever you... It's a video game, so, you know, you do what you want to do. Usually, if you're doubling the second boss, you made a mistake. Now you're making up for your mistake. Those epic vault keys could be 2 dirty pictures of Cedric. You don't know what's in there. That's a scratcher. If you double the first or the fourth or the sixth, you know exactly what you're getting. And it's something you need. Charles says I have 70 Imperials and 22k writs, so I understand what you were saying there. It's a shared resource, you know. Every kingdom needs Imperials. Every kingdom could use writs. It's a shared resource, so you don't want to, like, blow them out all over the place, spread your cheeks. You want to, like, concentrate them. Supernova says, I also need a way to get more deed books other than the PvP gold mark purchases for them. Rusted Fox has any advice on which underworld troops to get next? I have Gob Truffle ×2, Beatrix ×2, Gargoyle ×2, Mirage Queen, and Harpy Mage. I always say Magma Dragon, Shoggoth. Those are 2 good ones. That'd be the 2. I don't know if they're directly next, but those are 2 good ones you should go get. Shoggoth, Magma Dragon. You see me using Magma Dragon right now, and I use Shoggoth a lot too. I love it. There's probably more than that, but those are 2 that jump right away. You know, Trickster's pretty good. Glorfindel says, yeah, sorry, I've done the PvP thing. Everything else done, so just chilling now. Yeah. There is things that are grindable, and if you got everything else done, you're not doing something wrong if you're doing Explorer 12. It's the grindable thing that you do after everything else is done, so there could be people doing Explorer 12 every day, but they got everything else done first. They're not doing it first. They already did their dungeon adventure board, their Underspire, their PvP, their Fell Roost is all the way done, their journey events all the way done. They opened all their vault keys. They have all their classes at 100. They have every delve to 500. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when you do Explore 12. Because you can do Explorer 12 whenever you want, any day of the week, at any time of the day. You can't just, like, do the Underspire on Monday. That was last week's Underspire. You can't do the adventure board from today, tomorrow. So you gotta, like, do the things that are gonna disappear first. But what was we talking about? We can look at the Underworld troops. I'll have a whole video on this, but I know, like, saying that is me, like, passing the buck a little bit. But if you want more information, see if I can figure it out just by the... City of Thieves have anything? Court of Foxes, this is a good one. You got Foxfire King. True damage to all enemies, and you can 50% start it. That'd be a good one to get. I always forget about it because it's like a newer one. Foxfire King is good. Oops. Oops. Alright, we was on Court of Foxes. Crypt Keepers, I don't know. Dark Court, Dark Pits, Depths of Sin. You guys think of one, put it in the chat. Dripping Caverns is where you get Shoggoth, which is a good one. So Shoggoth, Magma Dragon, Foxfire King. Oops, why'd I do that? Dugarath, Eldrazor, Emperor Nazar, Fangmore, Fell Roost, Fire Rift, Frostfire Keep, Hellgate, Elethea. This guy's decent. He's okay. I keep doing that. I suck. I have like a whole video on this. Yeah, Foxfire King is good. You can do King Oberon with 2 Foxfire Kings sometimes. Lazara's Lair. Mirrored Halls. Midnight. Nightmare Circus. Obsidian Depths. Primal Rift. Sea of Sorrow. Silver Necropolis, maybe. Nope. Vanya's okay. Like, sometimes, if you have nothing else and you just want something that hits all enemies, she's okay sometimes. Like, she would be up there eventually. You would get her eventually. If you're going in order of, like, who's the best. She's not a top 10 or anything, but she's alright. Stonesong Eerie, there's Harpy Mage in there. Sunken Fleet is the Miraji Queen. The Blackheart. The Deep Hive is Queen Beatrix. The Labyrinth. The Warrens. Luna's okay, like Luna and Trickster. Stinkertown. Umbral Nexus. Werewoods. Wild Court. Wild... Worm Run. Worm Run. The Great Worm is a good one. It hits all enemies, and it does 2 skulls when my turn begins. So that would be up there as well. So I would say, for the person that asked, I would say Magma Dragon, then Shoggoth, then Foxfire King, then the Great Worm. So far. And then stuff like Vanya and Indrajit or whatever his name is. Without, like, going through every single troop in the Underworld. I think that's what I could come up with for you. I gave you an answer, so... Foxfire King might even be first. Could be Foxfire King and then Magma Dragon and then Shoggoth and then the Great Worm. Something like that, though. Those would be the next 4. Glorf says, yeah, sorry, I've done the PvP thing. I already read that. That's good. Luna's good. Yep, Luna. You could go to Warren's and get Luna and Trickster. All-Seeing Eye troops are pretty good. they come in handy every once in a while, like Jar of Eyes. Charles says Zachi. Yeah, Zachi's good. Yeah, pretty good there, Charles. I agree. Yeah, check it out. I have a lot of them, but there are also some that are shorter and more to the point. Like, I have a whole playlist where if you watch the whole thing, you're probably going to get bored eventually, but I do break it down into shorter videos sometimes. Like, here's the top 5 Underworld troops, and here's the first 10 you should get, and here's the good Underworld weapons. We had a whole live stream about that. And then, like, TLDR, TLDW, the complete Underworld, like, progression. I have that, too. If you want to look up farming, if you want to look up horde level and quality, if you want to look up pure faction 500, I have, like, a lot of stuff for Underworld stuff. I was probably the first person to actually put out a bunch of videos about the Underworld and the Delves and like a playlist. Like, a lot of people probably learned about the Underworld from me. But I probably learned a little bit from Tacit, so shout out to him. I'm not saying, like, because he could tell you everything I'm telling you, too. Anyway, how we doing today? Everybody doing good? We opened all those epics, so we're done with that. What do you guys want to see? We haven't done Fell Roost yet. Or you want to see Bieska? You want to see Fell Roost? You want to just see me play normally? We could run a poll. I don't think I'm going to play for like another hour or anything, but we could do like 15 more minutes or something. Complete a dungeon run. I'll play normally until somebody says something. But you can keep asking questions. We have a lot of good questions today. We don't always have that. Like, game questions. Normally we're just, you know, playing touch butt and farting around with each other, you know? Having fun. Shooting the shit. Today we've had some, like, questions that needed answered as far as the game goes, which is cool, too. I like shooting the shit, and I like answering questions. I like both. Let's see. I use Skull. I'll use this team. We could try, like, the Bieska team just to, like, make it topical. Even though it's not my favorite new mythic. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? Right here? Alright, so this was my Bieska team if you weren't here yesterday. I feel like I could put something else here. I almost want to do it, but let's show it first like this. Mark says, I just finished Faction Assault. Took a while, but it's done. Nice job. I'm probably going to be finishing it tomorrow-ish. I have trouble sitting there and just grinding the faction. I usually break it out every 3 days. I didn't do enough yesterday, though, so I'm going to have to do some catch-up. Yellow to skull, blue to brown. Yellow to skull and blue to brown. We need a troop with, like, that uses some brown. Put it in last slot. Can help the team out. I don't think this is doing too much. Like, we don't need a 50% Urska start. If only the only Urska on the team is this, and I'm really just using it for its third trait. Like, I'd almost put Bieska in last slot, and then put something else in second slot that maybe goes with Wrath more. Yellow to skull, blue to brown. We just kind of keep doing that until we don't have conversion. Then we do the wand. You can cast Bieska if you want, but you're going to end your turn 100% of the time. He's kind of just a finisher and a third trait on this team. Anytime you have Wrath, do it. And anytime you don't, wand it. And Wrath died. Wonderful. What am I doing right now? I'm doing a dungeon? Why is it so hard? This dungeon's so hard. They never run away from me. Like, that's his whole gimmick, and I can never get it to trigger. Oh, I mean, that, I don't count that. Like, I want them to run away from the fight, not go down one. There we go. It had to show me up. Oh, you think it never happens? Guess what? Here you go. Win-win situation. Either I'm right, or it triggers. There we go. Who cares if we lost a troop? It's just the dungeon. Yoke says, how far do you buy up in a faction weekend? So for me, I think the answer is, if you don't have the weapon, buy up to the weapon. If you do have the weapon, buy up to the troop. That's what I'm doing anyway. And I'm gonna go from there. Like if I only buy up to the troop and then I can't finish it, I'll buy more. But I think you should start on Friday morning. If you don't have the weapon, buy up to the weapon. If you're anybody else, buy up to the troop, because nobody has the troop. Stun trap. Then you go from there. That's a way to save gems. You don't want to. I mean, if you're going to 500, you got to buy a bunch. Like, you're not. This isn't for you. This answer isn't for you if you're going to 500. But if you're just trying to get all rewards, either buy up to the weapon if you don't have it, or buy up to the troop if you do. And then you go from there. If you run out of turns, you can buy more until you finish it. But wait till Sunday. Like, you get free turns every day. Remember that. On a 3-day faction weekend, you get a certain amount of sigils a day. So if you run out on a Saturday and you're super close, don't buy more, because you'll get free ones tomorrow. Just have patience, and then you'll get it done, and you won't waste gems. If you're super smart and you just know exactly how many you're going to need, I mean, that's cool, because then you can get those extra potions and whatever and use them for longer. But I can't never remember, like, how many it takes. So I always start with 3, like, just buy up to the troop, and then I just see where I'm at on Saturday, Sunday. I feel like sometimes I do have to, like, buy the next one. But it could be like a Tuesday faction or so, where sometimes you can do it for free, and sometimes you gotta buy the first one. Like, not all factions are created equal as far as, like, how many you have to buy up in the shop, so it's hard to remember. And it might not even be same from faction to faction, because there's different rooms, there's different multipliers. Like, you can't even say, like, Fell Roost, you always gotta buy up to 4. Like, how do you know? You don't know what rooms you're gonna get, what multipliers you're gonna get, and all that stuff. Like, it's different every time, so you kind of just got to play it by ear, and like I said, buy up to the weapon if you don't have it, and buy up to the troop if you do. And then go from there. No traits. Could probably fix that, though. Fixed it. Alright. Yellow to skull and brown to blue. I don't see it. Yellow to skull, brown to blue. Come on, man. There you go. I'm just trying to use Bieska here. I know it's taking... not the fastest fight in the world. It's a topical mythic. I don't think it's great. I think it's a B- still. Nothing has changed my mind yet. I don't think I'll be trying to get it with my new account tomorrow. Bieska Booski. No pants. That's the best part. Who walks around with no pants on? Like, Winnie the Pooh was always kind of weird, you know? Why does he do that? He just, like, find a shirt somewhere. You gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. He is, like, a cartoon character. He's kind of a ding-dong. And he don't really, like, there's no ding-dong. Like, he's fine. It's like, if you're gonna wear a shirt, why not wear pants, is all I'm saying. Or, like, shorts or something. Like, some underwear. Like, what's the point of the shirt if you're not gonna wear pants? Usually it's the other way around. You put, you know, pop your shirt off. You don't pop your pants off. I think you got it wrong somewhere. He saw somebody pop their shirt off and he popped his pants off. Go, oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, buddy? Well, pop your shirt off, huh? I'll pop my pants off. What about that? I'm gonna do that next time. Somebody walking around with their shirt off. Which is fine. I'm not saying... I don't really want to look at it, but... Be like, oh, yeah, buddy? And I'll pop my pants off. How about that? Pants and underwear. I'm just like you. Your shirt's off, my pants are off. How about that? You pop off the top half, I'll pop off the bottom half. I mean, it looks like you're, you know, you're walking around like, you want me to, okay, you know? What are you doing? You know, pop on. This is what you want, right? I'm just kidding. This is what you want, right? Pop my pants off. Got your shirt off? What are you trying to say? You know, there's not just girls out here. What are you doing? I'll take my whole pants and underwear down. I want to be like you. Pop my pants off, pop your shirt off. What's going on? We're just popping stuff off. I thought that's what we were doing. Popping stuff off. Pop your shirt off. Pop my pants off. I ain't even like that, but what are you doing? You know, there's people out here that ain't even like that. You should pop your shirt off and pop my pants off. Maybe the girls want to see this. And you think they want to see that? Maybe they want to see this. You do your top, I'll do the bottom. We'll walk around together. Now everybody can see everything. You got the top, I got the bottom. We'll hold hands, walk around. Be weird. Be a complete story, though. Complete the story. Walk into like a gas station. No shirt. They had to make a sign about you. How would you feel? Dang, they put up a sign. What's it say? Oh crap, I just did that last week. Who likes to keep his ding-dong out in the 100-acre wood breeze? Okay. Hey. Boo. I'm doing this because the XP booster asked me to. Usually I just reveal them and see if I got a perfect or not, because I don't need diamonds anymore. I know I say that like every time, but I feel like I have to explain. Because most people should be doing the whole thing every time. I'm like cleaning my room only when Mom asks me to. Not just because I want a clean room. I'm only doing the dungeon when the XP booster asks me to. Rants are fun, though. Breakout TPK. I know, I need to try a different troop. I forgot. I got talking about popping your shirt off. We need to try a different troop on the bottom. Yeah, what's the answer? Anybody have an answer for that? What's the best troop I could put on the bottom? And it wouldn't even have to be in the bottom. We could put Bieska in the bottom and put something in second slot. We can even move the wand up. Just what do you think would make this team better? Because I feel like this thing's doing nothing. And that's what happens. You make a team. You got 4 troops on the team. Just make sure everything's doing something. And if you figure it out, like this thing's not doing anything really, then that's when you're like, okay, I need to tweak my team. And I'm feeling like I need to tweak this team. Because Urskula was a good thought, but there's no other Urska on the team except for Bieska, who I'm just using for its 3rd trait anyway. So why would I keep Urskula on the team? Guess I'll just do this. This thing does do, like, if you add up all the damage for Bieska, it is a lot, but it's just never going to kill anything until, like, the battle's almost won anyway. Unless it happens with Terror. That Terror would go off more. Be cool if, like, you Terror their whole team, something runs away. On the next turn, the other thing runs away, and then you shoot off Bieska. But it never really happens like that. In an ideal, like, battle, he could be pretty awesome. But it just never happens like that, so we gotta deal with reality. Come on. Give me something. And don't kill my Wrath, please. Only got 18 HP. You would like to survive, please. Oh, he's almost dead. So close. There he goes. Oh well. They're almost dead too. We could put a tank maybe up top. Like, it's just like, I don't know. Here we go. Even when there's 1 left. He's better when there's like 2. I don't know. Dervicious says, hi, sorry if you already answered this, but how many gems should it take to finish Underspire? So it's 200, no, it's 150 a day until, for like 5 days, which is what? Like 750? And then it's around 1,000. I think it's around 1,000, Dervicious. Give or take 100, you know what I mean? It's from somewhere from like 900 to 1,200 gems. Complete the Underspire. It depends how many dead ends you get and how many Sentinel fights you do when you shouldn't have done them. Do the Sentinel fights after you get to the 7th boss, not as soon as they pop up. I feel like people do that too. Just like going all kingdoms on 16. People are fighting the Sentinel fights as soon as they pop up. And then they're not making it to the 7th boss, or they got to spend extra gems to get extra torches for the 7th boss. Why not get to the 7th boss and then do the Sentinels? Like, you could still do them. You just have to wait like a day or 2. It's not that crazy. Blah, 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 blah. Supernova says, my team is Essence of Evil, Urska Druid, Bieska, and Urskula. I named it Evil Terror. Only the last troop runs away, and it still counts as a kill. Glorfindel says, Dervicious around 700 gems, give or take, on RNG. Yeah, bless away the evil, Supernova. Glorf says, in my opinion, EOE is the best weapon in the game. It can win most battles by itself. Yeah, it's underrated. You know how sometimes things get underrated, but like everybody knows it's good, but then all these other things come into the game, and people kind of forget about it. So it somehow becomes underrated, like without really being underrated type of thing. I don't know. Like Essence of Evil is still really good, but everybody's using the wand and Red Macaco and all these other weapons that came in after it, and you kind of forget. Like, oh yeah, Essence of Evil is pretty good. Shorts. All right, Charles, we'll see you, man. I'm almost out of here too. Eeyore is hung like a donkey. Am I trying to use Bieska? Kinda. Yeah, I saw it, Supernova. I'm trying to fix my team first, but... we're kinda past it. I don't know. What would I put here? I might want to do that, and then get rid of that. And then... maybe just like Leprechaun, just to... the team up quicker? That's kind of doing the same thing as, Urskula, though. Huh. What about, like, a Midnight Troop? Why not just type it in? Why not go from the bottom? Create 5 skulls boosted by terror gems. Summon a Nightmare Circus troop. Terror gems, though. Nothing boosts off of terror. You realize that? I noticed that yesterday. I was like, looking for things that boost off of terror. But nothing does. They all boost off of terror gems. Which is better. Red gems to purple and blue to Doomskull. That might be good. Huh. Could try her. Only problem is, like, we're converting blue to brown. But she's got the red to purple. They don't go together super awesome, but... sorry, my teeth are a little bit... not bad, but... alright, anyway, what are we gonna do now? Blue to brown, yellow to skull. Red to purple, blue to Doomskull. I almost want to do like a blue storm. Is there any 50% start class that has a blue storm, though? I feel like there's not. Assassin has one, but... got no 50% start. And our wand is like the only thing... only mana generator on this entire team, so we really need it to get up. We got yellow, brown, purple, blue. So we just stick with Titan. We might have to go like green banner to get the wand up. That's kind of dumb though. We got brown. Green, brown, minus red. We got brown, yellow, purple, blue, green. What's the last color? I usually can get this. Blue, green, red, yellow, purple. Okay. I think we have all the colors. So what would we minus? Could minus something on Bieska. Minus... I don't want to minus anything. That sucks. I guess it'd have to be purple then. Yeah, I guess that's still right. I don't know. I just want to try this real quick. But not here. Let's try it somewhere. It's like a... I just want to see if this improves the team at all. I don't know how it could really hurt the team, though. Oh, I missed that green, you stupid dummy. Alright, here we go, here we go. Yellow to skull, blue to brown. Nope. Yellow to skull, blue to brown. Come on, yeah, baby. Alright, she's up 2. Yellow to skull, blue to brown. No. What does she got? Red to purple, blue to doomskull. We got red to purple. And... be lots of extra turns and stuff. Lots of terror. We got this again. Now we got this. Woo! Yeah. Red to purple, blue to doomskull. Red to purple, blue to doomskull, or they're just dead. Oh yeah, you could do like a blue storm with a troop. Let's use Jar of Ice. I don't know. I think this would be neat if anybody wants to try it. I don't want to sit here forever. I think I'm about done for the day. I just figured I'd try to make my team a little bit better. Let's catch up in the chat and say goodbye. If you have any questions, let me know. What was your team again, Supernova? Let's see. Essence of Evil, Urska Druid, Bieska, and Urskula. Essence of Evil, Urska Druid, Bieska, and Urskula. That'd probably be good for, like, the Urska... Already got my team over here. I could try it real fast, man. If it works here. Does it work here? Can I do Essence of Evil? Yeah. Essence of Evil. Urska, Druid, Bieska, and Urskula. That's the one I'm kind of like, eh. Urska Druid is kind of eh. But we gotta see, you never know. Sometimes Glorfindel will say a crazy team and I'm like, eh. Then I'll use it and I'm like, whoa. That was cool. Essence of Evil, Urska Druid, Bieska, Urskula. Okay. I would probably do like an Archer, Green Storm. We got lots of green. Banner, I would probably do... We got lots of green. Got some brown. We got green, yellow, brown, red. Could do... Guess we gotta do something like that. It is a blood frenzy, so don't judge it too harshly here. And I haven't used it before, it's not my team, so... Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Mr. Z's here, Captain, Dr. Captain, Professor, Chef, Zucchini, Junior, Senior, MD, PhD, CPA. Frostfire Goblin for the team? I'll have to look at it, man. Let's entangle some people. This might hurt. They got the wand, dude. PvP's been so much harder recently, you guys notice? Like, I don't know how this team's gonna beat that team. Like, I don't know how this team's gonna beat a wand team. It might, though. We'd have to keep getting Essence of Evil up and stuff like that. The Sentinel class? Yeah, that'd been smart. I got a 50% start with the Green Storms. That's what I was thinking. Let's try to kill that wand. Let's do this again. As long as we can keep that wand all wrapped up. Oh! It just devoured me. Devoured Bieska. We have like no damage now. We might be in trouble. Big trouble, mister. Now what? This is probably the hardest place to try this team. Hey, I got rid of the wand at least. We might have a fighting chance now. We're frozen on yellow. Let's just do this. This might be a, like, not lose team. You know? Sometimes teams are a not lose team. Let's get everybody all tangled up. Get Terror the last one. Essence of Evil is really good in last slot because it immediately terrors the last slot, and then if it triggers, they die. Hey, it worked. Nice. Here, let's do that again. Make sure they got terror now that they're last slot. Oh, they cleansed it that quick? I just did that. You a-hole? What's going on with that? I just hit it with the Essence of Evil and it cleansed immediately. I think we're still gonna win. Gonna be close. 'Cause that thing can hit pretty hard. Ooh, and our HP's pretty low. We gotta be careful. We might lose. It's gonna be a close one. Uh-oh. It's already casting, too. Of course, yeah. Ouch. What? Yeah, you love that. Those are kind of wins. We were losing. We pulled it out of our butt with the freaking cascade out of the sky. Those are sick. That's the type of stuff I like when you win like that. I don't want to just freaking Stellarix all day. You just made me have some fun, Supernova, so I appreciate it. It was me, like, putting it in a blood frenzy. Like, it was my fault that it even had that much trouble, but your team led to me having a yes moment. Alright, let's catch up in the chat and get out of here. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, it's kind of lucky, actually. If I had to... You know, I had to do other things to get myself to that point. So it wasn't all luck, but that last skull hit was pretty lucky. Let's see where I left off here. Yeah, hit the Essence of Evil. I could see what you were going for. It was like a not lose team, and then you're like, Essence of Evil the last slot. Once that's done, you maybe Essence of Evil the first slot, and then you're hitting it really hard with skulls. And then you just keep making sure you Essence of Evil, and you can use the Urska Druid to like get it up and entangle if you need a little entangle. I see what she was going for. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I was trying to use Bieska Dragor. Mark says I spent almost 1,000 gems this week on Underspire. That's good. I think it is more like 1,000, but if you do 700, I think it's possible to get it done with 700-ish. If everything goes perfectly, it's like 700 something. For me, it's been more like 1,000 because I swear I've bought. I swear it's been like at least 800, but it's either way. Like who's 700, 1,000, somewhere in the middle. Another Wrath or TPK. Still no good bear troop, I know. It's average, yep. He only cost you 150 gem keys, that's good. 4 Takshaka, nice. Yeah, like a Ice Storm from Saphirax or Frostfire Goblin, maybe. I'll try to keep it in mind. Mr. Z. Juan, Stella, Thrall, Leapt, hard to roll against that. That's how the Devour goes, I know, Professor. Mark says, Blood Frenzies are almost too hard, not worth it. Yeah, and yeah, you're right, Supernova. They cheat. Yoke says, Mark, you don't grind on Blood Frenzy to get high on the PvP leaderboard? Glorf says, that was Doomclaw smacking the new... Yeah, that's what happened, right? So they devoured my Bieska. And if that didn't happen on that 25% chance, like, the fight wouldn't have been that hard. I forgot about that. Mark says I finish top 5 global each week and only do Blood Frenzy on yellow, Strix, or purple. And I can attest to that. He's definitely... I've seen him on the leaderboard. And check out the Frostfire... For the Bieska one? Alright, I can do one more thing. This is it, though. I gotta get out of here after this. You want me to try Frostfire Goblin? I like this, though. I mean, if somebody wants to try this one, there's the team code. Midnight Queen kind of goes with it decently. It was my turn for quite a while. So I would replace the Midnight Queen with the Frostfire Goblin? Is that what you're saying? Because that was the slot we were trying to fill. Are you talking about the Skull Waterfall team, or are you talking about this team? I have questions. Ice Storm at the start of battle. Where do we want them? Are we going to cast them? Probably above Bieska. Probably go above the wand, too. Could try Tidecaller. The only reason I had Titan is the 50% start. This I don't think this has that, right? Oh, it does. I always forget that. Cool. I need to use it more often. Snap Freeze. Freeze or animate at the start of battle. Cleanse myself. Reduce damage from spells. 50% start. Submerge. Bonus blue, bonus green, bonus purple. Which one do we need? I hate when it does that. I never remember. Blue, green, purple. We have lots of green. I didn't change the class either. Alright, let's try it. Just a vault key, but will give us an idea of how it would go. Oh, cool. Just take skulls, get Cataclysm. This guy's pretty free, right? Now we got the wand. This guy's pretty free, right? Dang, dude, he just gets up over and over. Yellow to skull, blue to brown. Okay, I guess we just do this. It's 100%. It's pretty cool, man. Maybe Bieska. That was cool. I might try that some more. You know, you see these goblins come into the game and you really, like... You gotta take a look at them more than I actually do. That was sweet. Here, I'll do the team code. Anybody wants to try it? But that's it for today. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot to get about the channel comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which is tomorrow, new account playthrough. Where were we on that? We just got Dominion Fields done. I think we just opened the adventure board. We got Orb Weaver class going. We got our Goblin team like really going. Leveled it up quite a bit. Leveled up Orb Weaver. We're going to go over to, I think, Karakoth and do that one. Quest line. And maybe pretty soon we'll try the World Quest again. But that's about where we stand. I think we're about to open some other things like something. Soul Forge and Dungeon. Stuff like that. But thanks for joining me today. Glorfindel, Mark, Supernova, Yoke the Ham. We got Mark, we got Supernova, we got the Professor, we got Mr. Z, Dragor, Glorfindel, DC, Charles Wright, Yoke the Ham, the Mailman, Russet Fox, DC United, Supernova, Mike Sheard, Glorfindel, Yoke the Ham, Beg for Mercy, DC with the 5. Oh yeah, thank you so much. Thanks again, Yoke, for yesterday. Rich Kaufman was here. We got Russet Fox. We got Rich. We got Charles. Supernova. Chad the Clip Bomb with the 2 thumbs up, baby. King G City was here today. Good to see ya. Glorfindel, Dez the Enforcer. Mike D. Mike D. Mike D. 876 Vlad Maybach. We've been having people come back recently. We have people disappearing, and then we have people coming back. That's how it always goes. Like, where's Livewire? Where's Neo? But here's Vlad, and here's King G City. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. We got Yoke, we got Glorfindel. We got Dez, we got Anita. We got Trey with the 4. Appreciate it, man. The 3 with the 4. The Trey with the 4. Mike D. Glorfindel with the 5. Poopy Stella, you made me use a different team. A couple times. Dez, Mark, Mike, Anita. Peaches was here today. Peaches. Capital Peaches. Mark with the 2 thumbs up. Z Hunter. Anita gifted and it went to Blad. Or Blade. Or something. Z Hunter, Mark, Charles. Who was here first? Mark, Anita, and Z Hunter. So appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Some good train business today. Let's give them an extra super duper shout out with the silly voice. Anita, thank you so much for the gifted. You're a legend. Oh yeah. Mark with the 2. You're a legend. Thank you so much. Glorfindel with the 5. Thank you so much, brother. Trey, the Trey with the 4. 3 with the 4. Chad with the 2. Chad with the 2. That's like a meme now. Chad with the 2. He's shooting a 2 instead of a 3, you know? Basketball. DC with the 5. Anita with another gifted. Who'd it go to? Let's check it out. I'm curious. Back to the bottom. Cat. Where's Cat? No, I'm kidding. Cat's here every once in a while. But the meme right now is where's Livewire? About to throw Neo on there too, though. And shout out to King G City for being back. And Vlad for being back. But I'll see you guys. Have a good day. You're the best. I'll be here tomorrow. Will you be here tomorrow? I'll be here tomorrow. See you then. You're the best. Peace out. Thank you so much.